Hi there, I'm Ben McAdam from Profits Collective, and in this video I want to show you how to set your prices. I've been here in a nice hotel in Brisbane for the last couple of days recording a brand new mini course, and one of the topics covered was pricing, which is super important to get right. But if you don't get pricing right, you could undercharge, go broke, burn out. It's like really important. And there's so many different methods you could use to set your prices. It's quite easy to get lost and feel unsure, and I don't want that for you. So I thought what I could do is I could show you 5 methods of how to set your price. The first method is, as you can just guess, that's the one that a lot of people use, and it's not always a bad thing, but usually for a lot of people they don't have the confidence to charge too much, so their guesses tend to be on the lower side, so they're more likely to undercharge. So let's not do that. Option number two is you can just go with a percentage increase every year. So perhaps it's like inflation is a couple of percent per year. Maybe that's how you put up your prices. Maybe you're one of the brave people that puts up their price a little bit every time they get a new client or customer and just see where the resistance kicks in on the part of the customer. If you are signing up every single client and customer you talk to, then that probably means your prices could go up a bit higher. So we've got percentage increase as method number 2. Now, method number 3 is, I'm going to try and draw an eye here. It's kind of an eye. Yeah, we'll call that an eye. Is to have a look at what your competitors are charging and see, well, if they're charging this much, then I should probably charge that much, or maybe a little less, or maybe a little more. Think about the little more option. There's always got to be a premium provider in any market, and it might as well be you. It's usually a bit easier to be a premium provider because you've got plenty of money left over to do things. So that's number 3, spy on your competitors. Then number 4, let's put number 4 over here, is cost plus. So you think about what are your costs to deliver the product or service, and then you add some amount over the top. Now, this can work out really well so long as you get that plus bit right. Can you imagine, like, if you did cost plus, say you've got a $100 product or service and you add maybe 10% to it, so that's an extra $10. If you haven't included all the costs, then that $10 is not a very large amount of money, and you could quite easily go broke selling that kind of thing. So it's making sure you include all the costs and you've got a decent plus on top is the key there. But at least that's better than guessing, and it's better than just some random percentage increase each year. And then finally, number 5 is value-based pricing. And this is the one that I usually recommend. Kind of the opposite to cost plus. With cost plus, you start with the costs and you add a little extra. Value-based pricing is you go out and you find what's the value that my customers get or my clients get from the product or service, and then you set your price in relation to that value. It's obviously not, you don't charge them all the value they get because then there's no value left. But for example, you might say, like for what I'd usually do for my prices, I normally like to say somewhere between 5 and 10 times what I charge my clients is the value they get out of it at a minimum. Generally, value-based pricing means that you charge more than many of the other methods, which means that you've got plenty of money left over for marketing, growth projects, and not going broke, which is particularly important. I'll talk more about pricing in other videos. Of all these 5 methods, the one I recommend the most is value-based pricing. So there you have it. That's 5 ways to set your prices. I hope that helps. Question for you: how did you set your prices? And are you going to use a different method now? Which of these 5 are you going to choose? Just pop that in the comments below and let me know. This is Ben McAdam from ProfitsCollective.com. See you next time.